Hello, this is Kentish Dad, and today I'm going to be reviewing a smartwatch. I do like smartwatches. I've got a few of them, which I'll show you in a minute. But this one particular one is pretty good for what I need at the moment, and I'll go through the reasons for that as well. The watch is this one, which is it's called the i5 from the company that I bought it from. But they do come in different names, obviously, as these are smartwatches from China. So they do come from different manufacturers and they have different names associated with them. This is the i5 that I got it from, and just touch the screen there and it comes up. You see there's the screen. I can focus in on that, and you get quite a good screen on there. You've got the date at the top, the time, and battery at the bottom, which is still pretty good. Now this smartwatch was a matter of necessity really, because I used to have an Android phone, and I used that quite a long time. I had Android phones. I never used to have an iPhone, and so I used to have a smartwatch. This is one of the first ones I had, which is the G8, which many people might know, which is a fairly basic smartwatch. They're only about £5 or £6 on eBay, if that. And this is a pretty good smartwatch. It has all the things and features that you could want from one. I'll be reviewing this one at a separate time. But I bought this smartwatch because I had a Sony smartwatch before that, and I wanted one that I could wear every day, that I wasn't going to be worried about spending so much money damaging it, which is why I got the G8. And it does everything I want it to do. It tells me when I got messages, it tells me when I get phone calls coming in, it does all that kind of thing. But then my Android phone broke, and so I got an iPhone, which is what I'm recording this video on now. And there was a problem, because as anybody who has an Android phone or has an iPhone and has tried to buy one of these smartwatches from Japan will know, well, China should know, is that they don't connect very well with iPhones. Their compatibility is quite bad, and certainly with the G8. There was a lot of issues with it. I couldn't get any notifications, the time wouldn't sync, it wouldn't do anything really, unfortunately, except play sounds. So any sound notifications would come through the watch, music would come through the watch, but nothing else, unfortunately. And I did try a few different applications, a few different apps from the iTunes store. Nothing worked, unfortunately. So I heard about another watch which was more compatible, and that is this one, which is the one that looks like an Apple smartwatch. If I can get a good view on it there, it looks like an Apple smartwatch. It isn't, unfortunately. It's a fake Chinese version. And again, it's a very good smartwatch. It does everything that you want it to do if you had an Android phone. Unfortunately, and I'll be doing a review on this separately as well, unfortunately that also isn't compatible. It's about as compatible as this is. Plays the sound, doesn't play anything else, unfortunately. I did have an Android phone that I used both of these on, and they were absolutely fine. But then my wife bought one of these, and she bought it for her Android phone. And when I was trying to pair up this one, it actually paired up to her phone, paired up to her one of these. And all the notifications that she was getting was coming through on my watch, coming through on this watch, and I was like, how can that be? You're getting all the emails, getting all the text messages, everything was coming through. So I decided that I was going to try and get one of these as well, which I did, and that is the reason why I'm doing this. One of the reasons why I'm doing this video, so that I can show you that this watch will work with iPhones. It will do that. Now, so I'll do a review on those two later on. But this is the iPhone, the i5 I should say, and it's quite a nice thin watch, as you can see. It compared to the others, it's much thinner than those, and yes, the display is basic. I mean, all it gives you, this gives you the number of steps I've done today, how many calories I've burnt, and then the basic time and date and things like that on there as well. So it's not a colour screen like the other smartwatches, like the other two I showed you. But it does a good job. You get notifications from text messages, Skype, WhatsApp, all of those, Facebook, anything that you want to get through, you can select it, because there's an app that on the Apple Store you can download, which connects up with it, and it allows you to get all the notifications you want, really. And it's one of the best watches that I've seen that's compatible with the iPhone, which for me at the moment is what I want. Now, so it's fairly basic. It is supposed to be shower-proof, but it's I wouldn't put it in the shower necessarily, but it is supposed to be shower-proof. It doesn't come with a charger, and the reason why is because if I can just separate this from the strap, it comes like this. It's like a little USB connector built into the end of it, and so all you need to do is plug this into a USB socket to charge it up, and that's all you need to do. Now, what I've done, I'm just going to go and grab it, rather than try and plug it into a plug in the socket in the wall, what I did was I have one of these, which is a power bank, and I charge the power bank up until that's fully charged, and then all I need to do then is plug this into the power bank, and it charges the phone. It charges the watch for me. So I do that, and I normally get about 3 charges of the watch out of this power bank. So so that's what I do with that, and that makes it a lot easier. And as I said, this watch is really quite good. Basic, but it does everything you want it to do from the iPhone. And certainly if you're the sort of person that wants to know when you've got a text message or an email come through and you want to know if it's one that you should look at or not, then this will give you that information. It will tell you what it is, and then you can either choose to pick up your phone and read it or not, and look at it at a later date. The battery life on this is absolutely excellent. I've had this watch, I charged it over a week ago now. I've been using it, and it's still, I don't know if I can show it to you, but it's a bit blurry, but it's still got nearly a full battery. That bar at the bottom there is the battery. It's still got a full battery. My wife's apparently has lasted for 9 days between charging, and I guess it depends how many notifications you get come through, but it's very good at keeping its power, and it goes off very quickly. You can set the length of time you want the power to be, and what you need to do is if you swipe up, you get these 4 little boxes, and then if you tap on it, this first one is a sleep monitor, which that's better. The first one is a sleep monitor, so you can choose how long if you want to sleep for. It'll measure your sleep rate. This one is a Find My Phone, so it will search for your phone if it's within connection range. This one, it doesn't turn on quickly, and this one flips the display from vertical to horizontal, and this one turns it off. So you just go onto it and you then long press what you want to do, and it will find your phone. You just give it a long press and it will change the appearance, and then you swipe back up and it gives you back to here. So with the swapping the orientation, it will basically change it from here to reading a long ways like that, so you get the numbers coming across rather than straight up and down. I prefer it like this because when it's on your wrist, it's kind of like that. It's kind of you're reading it from that kind of orientation, so that's why I like it. I'm just going to slip this back into the case so I can show you. It does fit in quite quickly. It is a bit fiddly at times, but it's pretty good. Let's put that in there. It does stay in nice and firm, which is what you want from this situation. And that's basically it. And then you can have it on your wrist, as I do. And when it's on the wrist, you've got these 2 poppers, as you can see here, and they just pop into the wrist holes that you've got. You don't need to have it tight. I normally have it as far as it'll reach. You just push them in, and there you are. There you have it. You've got the watch on your wrist, and it's very good also at waking up. So if your hand is like that, it won't wake up. If you turn it, it'll wake up, which is very good if you need to know the time or the date. A lot of the watches that I've had before, including the two that I showed you earlier, aren't very good at waking up when you turn your wrist, but this is very good at waking up, which is brilliant. It's never failed to do that, which is brilliant. And basically that is it in terms of this watch. I'm going to be doing some other reviews on these 2 at a later date, so you can see those as well. But in the meantime, this is this one. So if you have an iPhone, this is one of the best ones you can have to get notifications on. It works, I think, the best one I've seen so far. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and I'll answer them. Also, please like and subscribe for some more reviews on other products, and like the video if you liked it, and that would be very much appreciated. The next video will be coming soon, and I'll be doing some more reviews then. So until then, goodbye.